doing his job. Don't be an idiot.
He can't do nothing.
The Royal Guard, also commonly known as the Palace Guard, is a military unit responsible for protecting members of the royal family, such as the king, queen, prince, or princess. Usually, the Royal Guards remain still while standing watch at the gates of the palace. Despite this, many people often try to tease or bother them. So, how do they respond? Let's take a look at some moments where the Royal Guards reacted when provoked.
Get back from the Queen's Guard!
Watch what happens as a result of his disrespect towards the Royal Guard.
Get back from the Queen's Guard!
This man in the black jacket appears fascinated by the horse ridden by the Royal Guard. Unfortunately, his curiosity crossed the boundaries of the rules clearly posted at the palace fence. And because of his actions, he ends up embarrassed by the guards shouting. It's unclear what was going through the mind of this man in the hat, but he boldly reached out to touch the Royal Guard's horse's head. Even more bizarre, the man threw a few coins near the guard. Did he really think the Royal Guard was a street performer? It doesn't stop there. He also deliberately licked the horse's saliva. Eventually, the Royal Guard reprimands him, ordering him to stop his behavior.
Stand clear of the guard!
Not only that, but he also ends up facing security personnel. Perhaps to describe this female tourist's behavior, we could call her a tough lady. That's because when the Royal Guard's horse sniffed her jacket, she repeatedly hit it. And when this tough lady attempted to hit the horse again, she ended up embarrassing herself due to her behavior toward the animal.
The fuck?
One important thing to remember when taking photos with the Royal Guard is to never touch their reins. Otherwise, you might end up like this woman.
Do not touch the reins!
Another rule to keep in mind is to always be aware of your surroundings, especially when standing right in the middle of the path. Otherwise, you could face embarrassment, like in this moment.
Back from the Queen's Guard!
Oh, that made me jump.
This time, you'll see a content creator who was quite confident as he tried to interview the Royal Guard and his horse. However, due to royal regulations, this is clearly impossible. Because of his actions, other tourists had to step in and ask him to stop his impromptu interview.
Yeah, stop being so goddamn rude. Yeah, you fuck off, you rude bastard.
But to make matters worse, he also had to deal with security personnel.
Call her a sausage.
This middle-aged woman tried to take a picture with the Royal Guard's horse, but it seems she got a bit too close to the animal, resulting in her receiving a special gift from the Royal Guard.
Get off the reins!
This middle-aged man met a similar fate. He attempted to grab the Royal Guard's horse's reins, which earned him a reprimand. Likewise, this middle-aged man wanted to take a picture with the Royal Guard's horse. However, by breaking the rules and holding onto the horse's reins, he too received a stern warning.
Get your hands off the gate! Get off the gate!
Now let's call this tourist carrying a plate the mischievous man. Initially, he was observing the Royal Guard's horse, but unexpectedly, this mischievous man hit the signboard with his plate, startling the horse. Due to his antics, the Royal Guard approached and scolded him. While the royal guard stood still like a statue, this man appeared to want a photo. However, his hand movements seemed to mock the guard, prompting the guard to reprimand him. Yet again, another tourist attempted to take a photo while holding the royal guard's horse reins. As a result, his actions led to an embarrassing moment when the guard scolded him. One major mistake this photographer made was not paying attention to his surroundings. Eventually, he was bumped by the marching guards, who were shouting, "Make way!"
Make way!
When the royal guards leave their post to patrol, never attempt to enter their station. If you do, you'll end up feeling embarrassed, just like in this video.
No box!
It's unclear why the royal guards scolded these children. Perhaps it was because they were mocking him, or maybe because they crossed the designated boundary.
Get off the fence!
At another time, a man tried to share a moment with two royal guards. However, he was seen dancing and singing, which was clearly disrespectful to the guards. Eventually, one of the royal guards firmly reprimanded him.
Oh! Get yourself away! You can't be done that.
It seems this middle-aged woman got too close to the royal guard's horse, causing her to receive a stern warning. The sudden reprimand startled her.
You're not touching the guard!
For reasons unclear, this tourist recording the scene also received a very sharp rebuke from the royal guard. The guard even approached the person filming.
Get back!
A female tourist attempted to touch the horse, and the royal guard didn't react at all. But it was a different story when another female tourist tried to grab the horse's reins. Another important rule tourists should know is never approach when the royal guard is reporting to another guard. If you try to get close, this is what could happen. Who would have thought that when this female tourist tried to take a photo, she got so close to the royal guard that their arms actually touched? As a result, the tourist received a stern reprimand.
Do not touch the king's guard!
This family seemed to show little respect for the royal guard. As a result, the guard scolded them and then turned back into the palace. When a royal guard is standing watch, never mock or do something silly in front of them. You never know what the guard might do in response.
Dude,
Listen, he's doing his job. Don't be an idiot.
you can't do nothing.
This tourist made the mistake of touching the royal guard's horse. Of course, this is against the rules, especially when the tourist grabbed the horse's reins. Consequently, the tourist faced embarrassment due to the guard's reprimand.
Get your hands off the fence!